Good morning, good morning. It's Eric here with a Sunday morning weather update for you. It's going to be a cold one today, even colder than the last couple of days. I think today is probably our coldest day of the winter so far, with afternoon temperatures probably only making it to 14 or 15 degrees after hitting a whopping 17 yesterday. But we're about to break out of this cold pattern. The transition between this pattern and a warmer pattern could be a little bit bumpy, though, Tuesday morning, and I'll talk about why in just a second. Here's a look at some regional temperatures here at 9:20 in the morning. We have 9 at the airport, single digits just about covering all of Ohio and into western PA. Hey, it could be worse. It could be 5 to 10 to 15 below or 20 below like they are in parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin this morning. Waking up to some snow on the ground in the northern part of our viewing area. Now, this is another one of those deceptive radar days where the radar doesn't look like much. But you look at the ground truth, and hey, look what happened in Niles overnight. We picked up enough snow to cover the road here and make things a little bit slippery. And this is a pretty common scene in Trumbull, in a few spots in Mercer County, but this is primarily a Trumbull County issue. In reality, these little fingers of lake effect snow extend more like this instead of the just innocuous little blue you see. These are actually getting farther down into Trumbull County, but we live between the Cleveland radar and the Pittsburgh radar, and a lot of times light snow or light rain falls underneath the radar beam and it's hard to see on the radar. The radar is a little bit blind to it. So be careful on the roads this morning, especially the Niles, Warren, Champion area, Cortland. But down here in Mahoning County, I live in Boardman, the sun is shining this morning. And so it's one of those days where it depends on where you are. All right, tomorrow during the daylight hours, we're doing just fine as we start a new work and school week. I want to talk briefly about what happens tomorrow night, Monday night, and heading into Tuesday morning. Warm front's heading our way, and temperatures will start to rise by Tuesday morning, but they won't be above freezing just yet. And I do think that from the ground up several thousand feet, it'll be cold enough to support some snow for a time late Monday night into Tuesday morning. This is Tuesday morning here. The blue, of course, is snow. Here's where the warmer air is with the green, and then that's rain, Indianapolis, and points west. So it's going to snow late Monday night and Tuesday morning, but pretty quickly by lunchtime, I think we're transitioning over to rain. Now, it's possible we could have a brief window Tuesday morning, maybe around 9, 10, 11 o'clock, where there's some freezing rain, but I think that's a brief window. I think overall this is a pretty clean transition from wet snow to rain as we go towards the midday into the afternoon on Tuesday, and then it just continues to warm up and it rains Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night as well. As far as accumulations go, Andrew is on top of this in the studio this morning. I think a general 1 to maybe 2 or 3 inches will about do it out of this. It'll be enough to cause some slowdowns, certainly for your Tuesday morning. So here's kind of another breakdown of the timing and type of precipitation. I made this on Friday. It looks like this changeover back to snow Wednesday morning is not going to happen anymore. But otherwise, this graphic looks okay. Here's your snow between 3 a.m. and say 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. And then here's the rain for the midday and the afternoon on Tuesday in a very brief window, right around mid-morning, where there could be some sleet and some freezing rain. So your impacts from this for your Tuesday morning, I think there probably will be some school adjustments. Now, I don't make that call, and sometimes I am not good at predicting what the schools are going to do. But it seems to me if there's an inch or two of snow on the ground, that there will be at least some 2-hour delays Tuesday morning. Roads and travel, moderate impacts for the first part of the day. No problems in the afternoon on Tuesday. Everything will just be wet and muddy. But Tuesday morning could be a little bit tricky. Well, I've been promising for a week now we're heading into a mild pattern, and boy, does that look right. This little cool down is only back to normal, and that's Friday into next weekend. But ahead of it, we could be well into the 50s, even sniffing 60 on Thursday. Little cool down Friday and Saturday, but then look, these temperatures in the longer range. This is climatologically speaking the coldest time of the year. Our average highs are around 32. We're going to be well above that, it looks like, as we get into the longer range. And it really doesn't matter what model you look at. Here's the European model. Here's the GFS. They're all singing the same song. Little cool down back to normal for the next weekend. After that, it's a blowtorch by January standards. So we're about to break out of this frigid pattern, and we're not getting back into it probably for the rest of the month. It'll take until probably February before we see the kind of cold that we have out there today. Make sure you're following meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo. He is on WFMJ Weekend Today this morning. Candace Monticelli. Be sure you're following her on Facebook and on Twitter. She'll have you covered at 6 and 11 tonight. I'll see you back in the studio on Monday. Have a great Sunday, everyone.